Hi, welcome. I'm in the middle of watering some of my succulents today, and I've noticed a couple of succulents that looks like it's having some sort of problem. I've noticed it for a while now. I want to say a week, and I've just been busy and lazy and sort of ignoring these two. But I think it's time that I need to take a look at it. So here is my Lola, and I've talked about this Lola before. It's one that I harvested from a mother plant, and it's just not all of a sudden just not doing well. And you can see it's all sort of, I mean, it's not to mention it's gotten leggy, but that's, I feel like, is very common with Lola. They're slow growers, and on top they require a lot of sun, I suppose, because they always get leggy indoors. Now the sister Lola that I harvested at the same time is doing relatively okay, and this used to look like this. Now for whatever reason it's not responding to water, and it's sort of shriveled up. Pot size wise, I was thinking maybe this pot is just way too big for this plant. These are both in sort of like a mini pot, but as you can see, this one is in sort of like it's much wider at the base, so it's the top opening is only probably 1.5 inches to 2 inches at most, but this opening is a little wider, but it's shallower. I don't know. Yeah. On the bottom, it's shallower, and then it's skinnier on the bottom, so it has less volume, I want to say. But yeah. So let me put back the other Lola. So I'm going to take this out of the pot and see what's going on with that. And then this one I brought over because this is a variegated candy cane. Yeah, it's for the most part, this one is doing okay, except I don't know if you guys can tell, this specific branch over here, the leaves are a lot more wrinklier and kind of like curling over to the right. Yeah, so everything else, I mean, generally they're not looking all that great, and they haven't really been doing anything in here. I can't recall when I planted this one, but the leaves look okay on this side, but this one single branch is not doing so good. I'll try to do a close-up, but yeah, the leaves are much more wrinklier, and it's kind of like, I don't know what's going on in there. It's loose. I have a feeling it's dead inside, like by the roots. I might have to clip it. I really don't know. I'm gonna try to like dig it out and see. So back to my Lola. Well, it has good roots going here. I don't know what could be the problem, but I mean, it's not a extensive root system, but it looks like it has good roots. I guess it just didn't get to have enough water. That's what I'm, you know what, Lola is one of those succulents that just don't I mean, that gets really leggy inside, so I think I must have watered it very, very minimally. I mean, it's severely like dried out, and the leaves are very thin and flimsy. Alright, I'm gonna pot it into a smaller, even smaller pot, if I can find one, and see how that does. Oh, I have this one just sitting here. I just pulled out something else from here. I'm just gonna reuse the soil that's in this box pot, only because it hasn't been that long, if I recall. I don't even think it's been, probably maybe less than 6 months, I want to say. So I'm just gonna reuse the soil. It's a very rocky mix. The soil is probably all the way in the bottom of the pot. This mini pot is still probably way too big for this Lola right now, but I'm hoping that if I soak it in some water, it's gonna absorb the water and it's gonna come back to life and just plump up. Since I didn't really touch the roots or whatnot, I'm just gonna soak it in some water right now. Alright, if I could squeeze in here. Just too much stuff going on my desk right now. So I'm gonna look at this candy cane. Okay. I thought it was attached, but I guess it wasn't attached. Yeah, it's dead. Well, you can see at the tip it dried out. I wonder what happened to it. I'm not sure. I might be able to get new roots over here. It's hard to say, only because I've never actually had these before. This is the first time I purchased and planted, so we'll see. I'll pop this in my little tray and then see if this roots and survives. Other than that, the other ones look fine, so I'm gonna put the top dressing back on this one. But that's alright. Can't have my OCD kick in right now. It'll just have to be. This one looks really dry too, so I'm gonna give it some water. Give it with some squeegee bottle. Although I think I watered this not too long ago, but with these mini pots that are like under 2 inches, they do dry out fairly quickly. And as you know, I have a fan circulating in here, usually from anywhere from like 10, 11 at night till 7 in the morning. So that's when my windows are pretty much closed in this room. So with the fan circulating, it probably, I have a feeling that it dries out my succulents even quicker. So I usually water these once a month, but I think with the mini pots, I might start watering them every 3 weeks, depending on their condition. As you can see, some of them, they all require different amounts of water at different times. So you have to really observe your succulent to see if it's needed or not. This one probably could have gone another week or so without more water, but since I have it in front of me, I figured I'll just water it. Okie dokie. I think that's it for now. The Lola will sit in this water for a while. You can see it's been sitting here for 3, 4, 5 minutes at most. And you can see the water coming up. It's wet on this side, the soil. I'm gonna, not sure exactly how long I should soak it for, but maybe I'll soak it for another 5 minutes or so. And then I'll have to observe and see if there's any changes happening in the next couple of days. Hopefully it'll plump up. Alrighty, I think that's it for today. Bye now.